Okay, here we are again. I was letting that upload, or I don't know, create thumbnails on my iMovie, and realizing that I was like totally getting off track of what I was talking about, and that's probably not what you want to hear. Um, but I guess what I was getting at or trying to get at was like to give you an idea of my situation a little bit, and let you know how I handled my situation, which is obviously a little bit different than yours. And it's really hard to say, and that's why it's really hard to give you advice on what to do, and that's why I said in the beginning of the video, my best advice is to get a lawyer who knows what they're talking about, and make sure they know what they're talking about, because they will direct you. And the best thing that you can do is allow them to direct you in the direction that you need to go, in order to ensure that this is all done before your child knows it's getting done. You know what I mean? And that was my main concern with Ella, was that it happened. And that's why I didn't, like I explained to you, the whole diapers thing and everything. That's why I I didn't even give him a second chance. It was just like, we're going to do this, and I'm going to do it the best way I know how. Because I don't want to wait around, some people wait around, and then, their kids get involved and remember it, and it's part of their childhood, and it shouldn't be. It's really unfair to a child, and I don't think that you would do that. But so back to my situation, and maybe it'll give you a little bit of information on how termination of parental rights works. But how it worked with my situation is that after, well, I'll finish the story. After we went through the whole child support deal, and the court gave them a number. They said, you need to pay $115 a week child support. And and he signed okay, because what else was he going to do? And what was I going to say? Oh, he never paid. He just disappeared, like for 2 years. And which, again, I'm like, yay! I didn't really want the child support. I really just wanted to, get out of our lives. I was just kind of like, well, if you want to have part in her life, then $500 a month, that's what you have to do. You can't get away with this bullshit, like, oh, I can't do a pack of diapers and a thing of wipes a week. $15? All right, well, try $115 a week, I sound like such an asshole, but when it comes to a child, you gotta be a hard ass, because that child is the most important thing, and you can't have some adult being a child that you have to take care of, So whatever. What was I gonna say? Oh, so he disappeared for 2 years, and I had a lawyer throughout this time, and obviously it became an easier decision to, terminate his rights, because this is what I was getting at, the longer time that he spends away from your daughter after she's born, the easier it is to terminate his rights, because it shows lack of interest, it shows lack of responsibility, and basically, if you get a lawyer and you get to that point, if you are trying to terminate his rights, I'm pretty sure you are, but if you get to that point, basically what they're going to do is try to pull up as much dirt on him as possible, to make make him look as unfit as a parent as possible. And there are rules and regulations. Basically, they don't look at, I don't think that they look at their house and how dirty their house is. I don't think that they look at, if he drinks, or well, maybe he does. I don't know. I think that they look at how much money you make. Do you have a stable living situation? All that kind of stuff. But now, even if Jason was not wanting to terminate his rights as a parent, because I have that on him, that he disappeared for that long, it's basically he's basically terminated his rights already. So, God, I don't know. I'll look up what I can look up for you, all the stuff that I signed at the hospital, because that's what you're going to want to worry about. But I would say, do yourself a favor and get a lawyer now, because you want to nip it in the butt as soon as possible, because, like I said, this process, Ella's 3 years old. Ella's 3 years old, and it's still not, it's still not done. So if you can start before you even have the baby, get a lawyer and be like, here's my situation. I want to know from the very beginning, like, what it is that I'm going to sign in the hospital, if it has any legal bearing, like as far as the birth certificate, does he go on the birth certificate? Pretty sure I didn't put Jason on the birth certificate. I'll check that too, because that's not necessary. But, yeah, nip it in the butt, because it takes a long time. And it doesn't have to be a stressful thing. It's gonna be. But it doesn't have to be. As long as you can meditate through it and just try to handle it the best that you can. I don't know. It's really difficult. If I think of anything else, I'll type you a message or something. This was a really bad 2-parted video. I'm sorry. I didn't even give you any information, but at least you know that somebody else has been through it somewhat, and you can too. My best piece of advice: nip it in the butt as soon as you can, and always do the best that you can. The best for your daughter, and the best for yourself. Because that's the most important. Well, that's it. Hope to talk to you soon. I'm always watching your videos. I'm subscribed, so every time you make a new video, it pops up and I'm watching them. And you look great. And, I mean, everybody looks great. I'm really excited to see everybody's babies and stuff. And I'll show you my belly really quick. It's getting really big. It hasn't grown much since my last video, but wow, it's getting big. And it's definitely, I'm getting like contractions, and I'm getting Braxton Hicks contractions. And for a while the baby wasn't moving around very much, but I think it was the position of the baby. And now the baby was like more toward the back of my uterus or something, but now it's moved toward the front. So now I'm feeling all the kicks in the front. You can see little limbs going across and all this stuff. It's really neat. So whatever. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.